What's going on YouTube? Welcome to a video where I talk about the most common mistakes made by people trying to improve their bodies. Whether your goal is to lose fat or gain muscle, the training principles are exactly the same. You need to have a training regimen that incorporates resistance training such as weightlifting or yoga. Even if you want to lose fat, you need to have a foundation of muscle because muscle is a metabolically active tissue, and the more you have, the more calories you burn through your daily activities. Don't worry about looking too bulky because getting too bulky doesn't happen by accident after a few training sessions. Of course, you're going to be eating significantly less when training for fat loss than when training for muscle gain, but you still need to be eating 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. These meals should be spread out evenly through the day. So without further ado, let's take a look at the most common mistakes made by people trying to lose fat or gain muscle. Mistake number 1 is cutting calories too aggressively. Everyone knows that eating fewer calories than your body metabolizes or utilizes during daily activity leads to losing weight. However, cutting calories too aggressively to the point when you're hungry all the time does more harm than good. The more calories you cut, the more your basal metabolic rate slows down. When your basal metabolic rate slows down too much, you lose weight more slowly as your body goes into starvation preparation mode, and it becomes more likely to store fat than utilize fat for energy. You also run the risk of burning muscle for energy. You never want to be in a physical state where you're burning too much muscle because, as mentioned in the video intro, muscle is an investment that leads to an increased metabolic rate. Losing muscle means a slower metabolism and a slower rate of weight loss. It's easy to avoid cutting calories too aggressively. Slowly reduce portion sizes as your body acclimates to its new level of increased exercise. Eat in tune with your appetite. If you're hungry between meals, eat a small snack to tide you over until your next full meal. In time, eating according to your body's needs will come naturally. Mistake number 2 is depending too much on cardiovascular exercise, and this is a common mistake that women make. Cardiovascular exercise is great for improving oxygen circulation, stress relief, running endurance, and the list goes on. However, cardiovascular exercise does not contribute to any muscular gains, and you also run the risk of burning muscle for energy if you do too much cardiovascular exercise. If I had to suggest what type of exercise, running or weightlifting, to do for fat loss progress, I would recommend weightlifting. Cardiovascular exercise is excellent, but don't overdo it to the extent where you're burning muscle for energy. Mistake number 3 is depending too much on supplements. This is a common mistake that men make. A complete supplement regimen is not a substitute for understanding the scientific principles behind dieting and exercise. Some guys dive right into buying supplements, letting the GNC associate talk them up into buying things that you don't need. Outside of whey protein and creatine, there are few supplements that are scientifically validated as being effective for weight training. These are called supplements because they supplement a proper diet and exercise regimen. They are not a substitute. Mistake number 4 is associating more with better. More is not better. Better is better. It doesn't matter how many sit-ups or curls you just did throughout your workout if you weren't using intensity. If you weren't approaching your limits or only staying within your comfort zone, that's almost as bad as not working out at all. Muscles only grow when they adapt to new stresses. If you're only going through the motions and never pushing yourself to perform harder than your previous workout, you're never going to make any progress. Mistake number 5 is making excuses for a lack of progress. Blaming genetics is a mistake. Putting it simply, you weren't born as large as you are. Hormonal disorders might make it harder for you to lose weight than an Olympic athlete's child, but it doesn't mean you can't succeed at your own pace. 0.02% of the population is scientifically validated to be doomed to be obese. Don't use personal genetics as an excuse for laziness. Attributing inconsistencies in your workout regimen to being busy is also a mistake. If losing weight is important to you, you make time for it. I work at Johns Hopkins Hospital with orthopedic residents. They have an 80-hour work week. Very few people are busier than an orthopedic resident, and I still see them at Cooley Center all the time. President Obama exercises. Are you honestly going to say that you're busier than the president? Saying you're too busy to work out is just a cover for a lack of motivation. If you ever use "I'm too busy" as an excuse, you don't want to succeed and I can't help you. Working out as an excuse to eat a large meal of junk food is also a mistake. The "I've earned it" mentality only leads to setbacks. Cheat meals can be beneficial once in a while, but premeditated binges destroy your progress. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope I've been able to help you have your best body ever. Be sure to check out my other videos for a variety of content and subscribe if you're new to my channel. My name is David and I will see you next video.